This is the oil-fired boiler IP converter on the Feedwater control valve. Its purpose is to top up water to the water chamber at a certain level. That water filling is controlled by a current-to-pressure converter. During my 10-day visit on board this vessel, I was asked to commission a new IP controller to replace this unit. But why do we need to replace the whole thing? Because of water leaking from the valve assembly itself. We walked through all the existing parameter settings and copied them accordingly. We also noted the pneumatic supply pressure at 2 bars and the pickup lever angle position with respect to the spindle. But most importantly, we benchmarked the loop process current values from 17A8, the water level controller, to 17A10, the I/P converter, when the feedwater valve is closed and when it is open. We accomplished this by disconnecting 17A10 and connecting the loop calibrator directly into it and set to source mode. We initially set it to 20 mA and benchmarked the valve position. At 20 mA, the valve is fully closed. We then decreased the current stepwise, 16, 12, 8, and 4 mA. At 4 mA, the valve is fully open. We confirmed an inverted function. Current is inversely proportional to valve position. With all the needed data benchmarked, we are ready to configure and commission the new IP converter in the workshop. Let's probe it on.
I saw the name immediately. I knew this is the guy. Again.
See you next time, mate.
See you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
We are now in the workshop. The new SIPART PS2 is on the bench, unpowered, unconfigured. That is exactly what we are here to define. 3 things before we run automatic commissioning: power it up, program it, connect the air. Step 1. Connect the loop calibrator in source mode. First, we need to power this unit. The SIPART PS2 is a 2-wire device. It draws its entire operating power from the 4 to 20 mA signal loop itself. No separate power supply, no external 24 volts, just the loop. Identify the supply terminals. Observe polarity. Set the loop calibrator to source mode and set it to 4 mA. The display comes on. 4 mA is enough. Red probe to positive, black to negative. And this raises a question junior engineers always ask. Why does the standard start at 4 mA and not 0? 2 reasons. First, if the current ever drops to 0 mA, the system knows immediately that something is wrong. Broken wire, dead loop, open circuit. 0 mA is a fault signal, not a valid process value. Second, that 4 mA floor is what keeps this unit alive. It powers the microprocessor, the display, and the configuration menu without needing anything else. That is the elegance of the 4 to 20 mA standard. The signal carries both the process value and the power on the same 2 wires. Step 2. Apply parameter values from the old unit. Now we configure. Everything benchmarked in Chapter 1 gets transferred here, 1 parameter at a time. The SIPART PS2 menu is straightforward. Long press the hand symbol for more than 5 seconds to enter commissioning mode. Short press the hand symbol to scroll between parameters and select plus or minus to change a value. We work from the top. Parameter 1, YCDO, actuator type. This valve uses a linear actuator with a carrier pin on the spindle. We set it to weigh, same as factory default, same as the old unit. Parameter 2, YAGL, Rated angle of rotation of positioner shaft. We set it to 90 degrees. This matters. If the setting does not match the actual mechanical lever angle, the positioner miscalculates trouble, and your position feedback will be off across the entire stroke. Parameter 6. SCUR, Signal Current Range. We set SCUR to 4 mA. Parameter 7. SDIR, Set Point Direction. Factory default is rise, same as the old unit. Parameter 12. SFCT, Set Point Function. Factory default is linear. The old unit was set to equal percentage, curve 1:33. The difference: linear gives you proportional valve travel for every step of current. Equal percentage gives you finer control at low openings and more aggressive response as the valve opens further. Parameter 40. YCDO, Lower Tight Closing Threshold. Factory default is 0.5%. The old unit was set to 0.2%. This means the positioner drives the valve hard closed below 0.2%, tighter than the factory setting. The remaining parameters all carry the same values as factory default and the old unit. No changes needed. Parameters transferred. 2 deviations from factory default. Noted, understood, and matched to the original installation. We are ready for the next step. Step 3. Prepare and connect instrument air. Parameters are set. Now we connect the air. Instrument air, minimum 2 bars at the regulator. That is our benchmark supply pressure from the old unit. We replicate it here. With air connected, check the restrictor. Y1. The restrictor controls the flow rate of air to the actuator. It governs how fast the valve responds to a signal change. Verify it is open.
Open the restrictor first. So going counterclockwise, you will have a positive flow.
To increase flow, turn counterclockwise. To decrease flow, turn clockwise. This is your speed control for the valve stroke. Too fast, the valve hunts and overshoots. Too slow, the control loop lags. For initial commissioning, we set it to a moderate flow and observe behavior during the auto-initialization run. Air is flowing, pressure confirmed at 2 bars. We are ready to trigger the automatic first commissioning.